Namaste. Welcome to my living room as we practice our yoga today. I'm beginning a new series that's going deeper into the philosophy of Anusara Yoga. We'll be studying the 7 attributes of the divine as a way for us to make a personal journey into that deeper space of learning who we are on this divine path that we're given as human beings. And in this series, we'll be looking at the attributes that we can embody ourselves. So that the philosophy is real, it's inside out, it's something that we manifest as we're doing. And this series is going to take us through the path of looking at being, consciousness, and bliss, or Sat Chit Ananda. And then we're going to look at the attributes that follow, purnatva, or purity, or fullness, completeness. Then of Shri, the vibrancy of life, the vibrancy of the divine being manifest all around us. We'll look at other attributes such as spanda, or pulsation, that which moves us into the light, out of the light, the vibration of our very cells. And as we look deeper into these philosophy, we'll start to learn that they are the path to a freedom, a path that moves us through the ordinary, the day-to-day, and takes us into a deeper light of understanding how the Supreme is manifested within our day-to-day living, how it pulses in and out, how just life itself becomes a journey of concealment and revelation. So take a few moments as you just sit, join me and my cat as we practice. Take a moment just to move into your inner light. As you sit, we prepare to move and to practice with the chanting of Om. We'll enjoy the singing of the Anusara invocation, both in Sanskrit, English, and then in Sanskrit again. So I invite you to join me, hands together at your heart. Take a moment to look within and see that even though you may be going through challenges or difficulty in life, the circumstances of being a human being can often be difficult. There's always at the base a goodness, an intrinsic goodness, and we want to move deeper and deeper into alignment with that. So we start with our invocation, which is all about aligning with that inner light, that goodness, and our desire to mirror it. Draw a deep breath in. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sat Chit Ananda Murtaye Prapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. I open my heart to the power of grace that lives in us as goodness, that's never absent and radiates peace, and lights the way to transformation. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sat Chit Ananda Murtaye Prapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om. Now release your hands. And just take a few moments just to breathe and relax. Get comfortable. If you want to get ready to move, maybe you have a sweater or warmer garment on that you could take off. I want you to come to your hands and knees. And from this position, just gently begin to stretch back through your seat, forward through your arms, and lean a little forward with an upward tilt. And then just roll back and forth. So our first opening movements are just getting sensitive to the body. And not that the body has to be in a perfect state. It is what it is, and it will change throughout your life. So aligning divine is also aligning with the changes, the present moment. And then gradually just walk your hands back and stretch deeper into a prayer pose. And now lift your shoulders, walk your hands back. And we're going to step the right leg out in front into a base of Anjaneyasana, a big crescent moon pose. So lean into your front foot and just roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart. So we shine out. We stretch out through the fingers, down into your front foot. Lower your chin, hands to your heart. Release. And draw back and step your left leg out in front. Open and stretch. And now hands to your heart. Pull back, hands and knees. And here from hands and knees, again, I want you just to roll and be fluid. Recognize that we're moving slow and steady so we don't get tight or rigid in our practice. Lift up, right leg out in front. Take your left hand down to the floor or onto a block if you like. And here we're going to lift up, stretching up from the weight dropping down. You lengthen. Stretch forward and lower your hands to the floor. And pull back. Left leg out in front now. Just take your time. Step with the rhythm and the movement. So you're always honoring where you are, your day, your energy level, state and feeling of your body. And lift a beautiful pose. Big stretch up. Hands to your heart. And release your hands to the floor. And pull back. Now from this more basic hands and knees position, we're going to come back to downward facing dog. One leg at a time. On down dog here, we want to root into our feet, root into our hands. So that sensitivity of where the body is gives us a capability to expand our movement, to go with the alignment deeper into the stretches. Lift up through your left leg and press out through your heel, out through your arms. Lower the leg, come back to plank. Lift your right leg up and stretch way back. And then come out. Lower your knees and walk your hands back. So you lift up. So we're going to move into a camel pose from this position. Just lifting the heart gives you grounding through your knees and a lift up that expands you out from the inside out. So the light remains bright and shiny. Let the pose unfold. Maybe even going so far to reach to your heels. Come out slow and steady. Level your chin. Hands to your heart. And release to the earth. Widen your knees for a moment. Let the weight of your seat drop down. Support your head with a block or your fists, or maybe just the floor. And come back up. Downward dog. From downward facing dog, walk your feet forward to your hands. Take a breath in and then fold in deep. And slowly rise all the way up. Mountain pose. Now relax a moment. I want you to step your left leg back, right leg out. I'm going to go through a little standing sequence here. Drop down through your legs and pull back up so there's pulsation. Lower your forearm down to your front thigh and slide your top arm past your ear. And slowly lift to warrior two. Release your arms and step forward. Now we're going to step the right leg back, left leg out in front. Release downward and slide out. Now, drawing up from your feet to your belly, push back down into the earth, lift up, shine bright, warrior two. Release your arms and step forward. Again, a moment in mountain pose. Now, hands to your heart. Draw a deep breath in. And then with an exhale, bend your knees, you press your arms down into your legs, and then you lift. And stand strong and bright. We're going to step that left leg forward, right leg back. So this is going to be a warrior one base. We take everything that we just did on the hands and knees, and we pull it up. We're looking to be comfortable in the physical body, so you can feel the deeper sensations, the connections to the Supreme. And try to embody that in your own self. So there's steadiness, there's softness. At the same time, there's open receptivity. And now sweep your arms right up, pull from your fingers back towards your shoulders, and then take them all the way along your ears. One part settles, one part expands. And see if you can feel that inner brightness as you practice here. Holding the pose just as long as it works for you. And now slowly just take your palms together, lower them down to your heart. And you settle in. Release your hands by your side. And step forward and back with your left leg. Again, here I'm mirroring you, so I'm doing the opposite sides. From your base, sweep your arms up. Palms together down to your heart. Release and step forward. Stand here for a moment in mountain pose at the front of your mat. And just feel the opening moves, how it affects your brain, your breath, your body. Now let's take this a little bit further. Left leg back. Supported side angle pose. Warrior two. Goddess warrior. Back to warrior two. Now push your front leg straight. We're going to reach out into space for Trikonasana. Go slow and steady, not rushing, not forcing. That's how we keep the inner body bright, by moving from steadfastness, moving from a deep connection to your values, to what's important to you. And back to warrior two. Release, step forward, back with your right leg, and forearm down to your thigh. Stretch and reach. Warrior two, goddess warrior. And out to warrior two and triangle pose. Lift to warrior two. Release your hands and step to the front of your mat. Land a few moments of breath. Step your feet as wide as your mat and just take a moment to softly roll from side to side. Now draw your legs energetically towards each other and place your hands on your hip. We're going to draw a deep breath in, and then with an exhale, fold forward. Now, reaching your arms back, interlace your fingers and pull from your wrists up towards the direction of your head. Take a deep breath in, and then with the exhale, drop your right shoulder down and turn. Inhale to center, and drop your left shoulder down, rolling the top right shoulder back. Release the center and let your arms come down right along your legs, and slowly go a little bit deeper till you can touch the floor. Take a deep breath in, fold in, and reach your hands to your ankles and pull up. Release your fingers to the floor and shift your weight from side to side. And gradually step down to your mat and bring your seat to the floor and your feet out in front. Your right knee down, we're going to hold onto the left knee and lengthen the spine long. And as we get ready to wrap up this session, we'll do just a couple of forward stretches. So I want you to take your left leg out, press down into the floor behind you, and lengthen your spine. And we'll just slowly start to pulse a little further forward. And you can reach out towards your ankle or your toes, or even support yourself like I am with your hand on the side. Until you're ready to take your pose as deep as you'd like to go. Lift, release out, and change sides. Take a moment to realign your spine tall. And then just gradually stretch out a little deeper. Remember, aligning with the highest within you means honoring what is showing up on all levels of your being. Supported chair. Take a moment to just let the weight of your body drop and the press of your arms down into your front thighs. You keep a low back curve when you do this, so your sit bones go back and widen apart. Out. Take both legs very wide. If you need to turn on your mat to be comfortable doing that, just rotate open. Stretching forward, you lengthen your spine. And hold on anywhere along your ankles. Lengthening, you can fold deeper. And release all the way out. Pull your legs back together into a little crisscross. Do a gentle twist over towards your left. Then come to the center and rotate to face the opposite direction. And then come to completely face forward. And take your hands to your heart. And with a little inward bow, we end this session resting within. Our vision goes in so we can radiate out. Sat Chit Ananda. The natural order is that at the base of our being is a blissful state. Whether we live in turmoil, or whether we live in conflict, or whether we live in bliss, at the base of who we are is an intrinsic goodness. And we come back time and again to experience that, to honor this higher quality and attribute of the divine. Namaste.